you ever wonder if days like these last?
Hello, my wonderful friends, and thank you for being here. If you're new to my channel, my name is Nastaran, and I have a little house in Pahoa on the big island of Hawaii, and I'd like to share my everyday life and journey with all of you. My broken finger is healing well, and I have learned to live with it. It's still winter here in Hawaii, and with that comes a lot of rain, especially on the east side of the island. To me, rain is not just a weather condition. It's time for introspection, an opportunity to go inwards. I was standing in the yard when it started raining, and I noticed how a whole different kind of silence is created. Like when it's raining, birds no longer chirp, and the wildlife activity comes to a stop. Even chickens find a place under a bush to stay dry. For me, a combination of the sound of the rain, the silence it creates, the fresh air, the smell of the wet ground and the jungle, and the sight of falling raindrops from above is enough to create a chemical reaction in my brain, which makes my heart so happy. I usually use days like this to catch up on some much needed editing.
We'll search the pieces.
I'm taking a break from editing videos and I'm craving some fruits, so I'm gonna be cutting into these babies and making this lunch.
We'll search the pieces for hope or a mumble. It's not for me to decide if I should be the one by your side. And hope we know when it's better to say goodbye. I've been lying here for too long. I don't know what else to do. I wanna get away from every little thing just to try to make it through. I've been thinking about my options, every detail in my head, but it doesn't really matter, nothing matters, so I cry instead.
Today I am going to the Red Road, but not just to look around because it's so beautiful, and it is. So let me explain. Last week, one of my good Facebook friends, Tyler Ronney, posted something on his profile. It was a clip of sunrise, and then he showed this magnificent arch right over the ocean. That was it for me. I needed to go and find out where this arch is. But I am not completely sure. So it's gonna be a hunting type of thing, for the right spot. So wish me luck. I'm getting ready, packing all my stuff. I thought I'd make a day of it. We go, picnic in there, lay my blanket down, enjoy the view. Once I find this beautiful arch, you will see, you will love it. I hope I am gonna find it. After packing my things, I got on the road and drove to the spot that I guessed this arch would be. I knew it would be too difficult to ask Tyler about directions as there are not a whole lot of marked streets in that area, and it would sound something like, pass the first mermaid pond and make sure to go right when you get to the giant mango tree. So I knew I just had to find it myself. I always pass this area when driving on the red road, and I always wanted to stop and explore more, but a family was always there, so I couldn't. Observing a few clues in Tyler's video, I had a hunch that it would be in that same area. I was so happy to see that my hunch was right and I found it, and I was so elated to see it in person. Fun fact, arches like this are the result of a lava tube collapsing and creating this arch formation. There are many of them along the shores on the Big Island, and I find them extremely fascinating to look at and explore.
As you can tell, I found the arch, and it is magnificent, beautiful. And I also learned from a lady who was passing by, and she seemed like she knew a lot about this area, that if I continue coming this way, I will get to this very flat, shady area that is perfect for setting your blanket down and just spending your day. I'm thinking there's gonna be a future trip here very soon.
Sing, won't you sing with me? Leave everything for me. Stay the night. Oh, miss your flight. Walk through the rain with me. Get soaked to the skin, feel free. Shut the world out. Let's hang out. Oh, I used to see in colors, now it's gray. Till I met you at the concert the other day. The whole room lit up with warm, sunny rays. Tonight we'll turn minutes into days.
So I'm gonna actually walk with the camera over the arch so you can see it's really not that bad. It's not a narrow little thing. It's actually pretty wide. I'll show you.
Walk through the rain with me. Get soaked to the skin, feel free. Shut the world out. Let's hang out. Oh, I used to see in colors, now it's gray. Till I met you at the concert the other day. The whole room lit up with warm, sunny rays. Tonight will turn minutes into days, and nothing's gonna make me look away. Lover or friend, real or pretend, however we end, tonight will turn minutes into days. Tonight will turn minutes, however we end. Tonight will turn minutes into days.
Something happened today that has left me feeling stupid and just jolted and shaken, nervous, and many other things. This morning I took a bag of garbage down to my garage, and then I saw a car that was coming down my street really slow, and I noticed they were looking at the house across the street from me. They just moved out, but not completely. So it made me wonder who they are and what they're doing. My first thought was they're either new people who are going to be renting this house, or they're lost. I really didn't know what to think. And those people were looking away from me. So I wanted to offer some help and also figure out what they're doing in a private street like ours. So I go over there and I say, how can I help you? And when they both turned around, I realized, oh my goodness, these are not probably the kind of people anybody wants to talk to. They looked really, really rough. They had no teeth. They were kind of unkempt, if you know what I mean. One of them had a big tumor on his face. But anyways, I suddenly realized, oh, I wish I never went to the car. And then the second thought that came to me was, oh, they're probably pig hunters. And then they both looked at me and I said, oh, wait a minute, are you pig hunters? And they both said, uh-huh. I totally respect that you hunt pig for food. I just wanted to make my case and say, can you please spare these 4 little pigs? They're like pets to our community. So they said, uh-huh. I didn't have my phone with me, which was a big mistake. And I had this thought, should I go upstairs and grab my phone real quick? But then I was afraid the second I leave, they're going to open the door and they're going to snatch one or all of the little piglets. Unfortunately, I made the wrong decision to stay there and protect the pigs. I grabbed some cat food real quick and I went in my yard and I called the pigs and I threw it in front of them so they're away from the danger. They made a U-turn at the end of my street and they came back up and they had this look on their face. Then a hand goes up and they're holding their phone camera and they filmed me for what I want to say a little more than 5 minutes, which seemed like a lifetime. I was so uncomfortable to be on the receiving end of their camera. A part of me wanted to go and say, hey, what's up with that? Why are you filming me? But then at the same time, I had realized that they're really rough looking and who knows what their motivation is. And I didn't want to be the victim of a crime either. So I didn't, and I just allowed this recording to go on. After they were gone, I called my neighbor, Barb. She came over. She called the police. To my surprise, I thought the police was going to take a while before they show up, but they showed up very quickly. And they wanted to take my statement. And I told him exactly what had happened. And from everything that we had spoken, I didn't see something, and I should have. I wish I had gone and taken my phone and at least take their license plate. They were under the impression that they may not have been pig hunters. They may have been, looking for a house to rob, or squatters who are looking for an empty place to squat, basically. And I just didn't see that coming. After I had some time to think about and talk to Michael about it, I feel so stupid. I feel like my reaction should have been going back into my house and not engaging with them at all. Because, like my husband says, I put the pig's safety before my own. And he's right. And that's basically how Barb also felt. And I feel so stupid not to see that coming, not to protect myself a little bit better. Feeling so bad. I feel I should know this by now. A hard lesson to learn. Michael felt, so did Barb, which they're both right, don't get me wrong. I'm not mad at anybody except for myself. That I see the good in people. I'm sorry. Didn't mean for this to be negative. Lesson learned. I'll do better the next time. After that incident, I was struggling to find that peaceful bubble inside of me that I run to for soothing and calmness. It was destroyed and I needed to find it again. Walking is a coping mechanism for me, and it's a lot more than just a physical activity. When I find myself feeling stressed or overwhelmed, I need to take a break and go for a walk. The combination of fresh air, the sound of birds chirping, especially the cooing of the zebra doves, as silly as it sounds, and the rhythm of my own footsteps mixed with the rhythm of the ocean waves all work together to calm the frayed edges of my mind and my soul. After coming back from my walk, I can say with utmost certainty that I am back in my happy and peaceful place in my mind. The stormy waves of emotions have been reduced to nothing but calm sea, and it feels so much better.
Buddies, are you waiting for me to give you something? So give me a second. There you go. Oh, sorry, it fell. Hi, Edison. You're such a handsome boy. I'm so sorry. My little Rosie. Oh. Hey, No fighting. Here. Good girl.
I have been lucky to witness many beautiful sunsets and sunrises in my life, but never have I witnessed moon rising out of the ocean. I heard from a neighbor about this moon rising in February, and of course, Barb and I jumped at the opportunity, grabbed a picnic chair and a blanket and my camera, and ran over to the ocean cliffs. A lot of people were preparing to do the same all around us. Although this moon rising was not officially the strawberry moon, but that pink color was so close to it and had such effect on my soul because I had goosebumps growing in places that there shouldn't be any goosebumps, if you know what I mean. I wonder, does anybody know if the moon has an actual scientific effect on our human bodies? If you please let me know in the comments, I really appreciate it. At the end, I had to get up and applaud Mother Nature for another beautiful phenomenon. Well, aloha, my wonderful, beautiful friends. It's time to say goodbye. But I wanted to say thank you so much for being here and watching another one of my videos. It's so awesome to have you here, and I love all your kind words and comments you leave for me. Please never stop. I'll be back soon with more of magical videos in 2 weeks. I'm trying very hard to make one every week, and soon I'll be able to. And until then, please take good care of yourselves and remember that I love you. Sending you hugs and kisses. Mahalo.